Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm actually going to be sharing a list of 10 items that I am no longer selling on Poshmark and eBay. It's a combination of items and brands that I'm just no longer picking up at the thrift because I really don't think I'm really getting a good return on my money, or things that are just sitting a long time. And unfortunately, a lot of this list is stuff that I used to love picking up and used to sell really well for me. And these are just things in 2018 I just have not had good results with. So I'm going to share a list of the top 10 things I can think of. I kind of came up with a lot more than this, but I kind of narrowed it down to like 10 things I really think I'm probably going to avoid in the future. And I should also probably leave a little bit of a disclaimer here that if these are things that you're still picking up, by all means, like, continue to buy them if they're selling well for you. This is just from my personal experience and things that I think I'm going to be avoiding going forward. But if these are things that you totally like buying, please leave a comment below so I can kind of hear your feedback and see what you think about this. But I'm just going to share a list of my top 10 for 2018, so stay tuned. Okay, so I did write down a list, so I'm going to be looking at my phone a little bit, but these are just things that I've noticed on Poshmark and eBay have given me a lot of problems recently, just because they're really sitting for a long time, or they're things that I just can't seem to move. I mean, if I am selling them, they're going for a lot less than what I think I should be getting for them. And also, like, if I'm usually, some of these I'm investing a little bit more, and I still really am not getting a good return on my investment. So the first thing is I'm probably going to be passing on LuLaRoe leggings and tops. And you guys know I bought that huge lot of LuLaRoe new with tags, and I sold a ton of it through Instagram. And then I sold almost all of the rest of it on eBay through auction. And the new with tag stuff does okay. I will say that LuLaRoe dresses do well for me, and the Sarah cardigans, and then anything that's kind of like a duster or a top layer still is doing well for me. So really, I'm probably going to stick to LuLaRoe dresses and sweaters from now on. I have had luck with a few of the tops. It depends on the print. Obviously, there's a lot of unicorn prints that you need to be looking out for as far as, you know, things that are still going to sell for top dollar. But I will not be picking up any LuLaRoe leggings or tops from now on that are not new with tags, for sure. But if they are new with tags, I'm still going to be super selective about those. But I am still picking up pre-owned and new Amelia's, Sarah cardigans, and then the Anna maxi dresses. And then also, once the new pieces that have just recently launched start hitting the thrift, or, you know, I find them in other ways, I'll be picking up some of the newer styles, because I think the newer styles are going to continue to sell. Now, there's always exceptions to this. Like I said, there's unicorn prints, there's black leggings. The black leggings still are doing well in resale. But I actually never find those anyways. But I for sure, like yesterday, there was an entire rack of LuLaRoe pre-owned leggings at Goodwill, and I left them all there just because I don't feel like I'm really getting a good return on my investment. And you can buy brand new ones on eBay for $10 shipped. I mean, they're just, the market unfortunately is really oversaturated, and also the resale on them has really gone downhill. So that's kind of sad, because 2 years ago, a year ago, I would have been thrilled to find LuLaRoe. It was like my ultimate unicorn. I couldn't wait to find it. So like I said, I am still picking up the dresses. They do well. They actually do a lot better for me on eBay than they do on Poshmark. I have a lot of dresses listed on Poshmark, and they're just not moving, but they do move on eBay. I sell LuLaRoe on eBay like pretty much once a week, twice a week. And I do have a lot of that stock left. So I'm selling the Anna maxi dresses really well. Those are selling for $44.99 plus shipping. I don't have best offer on those. And then I have Sarah's and Amelia's still listed on there. So those are usually the things I'm still picking up, but I am definitely passing on the leggings and the tops when they're pre-owned, unfortunately. So the second thing on my list I have is printed denim. Now this one actually was in pretty much happening in 2017 as well, but printed denim does horribly for me, and I can't figure out why that is. But this is kind of also going to roll into a different topic later on, but printed denim does terribly for me. I mean, if it's like floral printed, if it's like a unique pattern, like Aztec printed denim, all of it just does absolutely terrible for me for some reason. I really only will buy dark wash and like a light wash boyfriend fit jean usually. I'm not really picking up anything other than like 2 different washes, and I don't really do any medium washes. I'm not really picking up anything that's like an older style. and I'm definitely not picking up anything printed. I actually went through in 2017 and got rid of, I think, like 20 to 30 pairs of jeans that were printed that I had listed, and absolutely none of them sold. Like, it was designer denim like Hudson, Joe's, I had Rag and Bone, I had all kind, any sort of colored or printed denim of any kind does terrible for me. And that includes also like red. Usually I don't pick up any like colored denim. I have sold a few pairs of leather pants that were colored recently, but I really don't pick up any sort of colored or printed denim of any kind anymore, which is interesting. So if you have better luck than that with those things than I do, please leave a comment below and let me know. Our third item is actually old label cabbie. Now, if you've ever sold cabbie before, you're probably aware of the fact that they went from a skinny label to a more square shaped label, and the new tag cabbie is like absolutely one of my favorite things to pick up for eBay. It sells super well. The resale value on it is super good, but anything that's this skinny older cabbie label, I am no longer picking up just because the resale value on it unfortunately is not very good. There's going to be exceptions to that, like I said earlier, but for the most part, I'm really not picking that up anymore. You might find a jacket or coat here or there that might have a good resale value of that tag, but I'm really just sticking to the square tags at this point. Okay, number 4, this is an interesting one because it used to be also one of my favorite things to pick up, but I'm actually no longer going to be picking up Michael Kors bags. Now, like probably back in 2015, 2016, Michael Kors bags were really popular. Everyone was carrying Michael Kors. And then they got really oversaturated. They opened a bunch of outlet stores and they were selling to like discount places. So like TJ Maxx and I don't know, Ross and things like that were picking up their bags. And I think, personally, I think their market got super oversaturated and everybody was carrying Michael Kors. So I feel like they get donated really often. And I also think the resale value has really gone downhill. And I used to be a big fan of Michael Kors, so I sold off a bunch of the ones that I had, and then unfortunately I am just seeing no movement on those things anymore. And also our thrift stores and, you know, like consignment stores and things like that still price them really high, so there's really not a way for me to get a good price on them. Now keep in mind, if there were to be a unicorn find of a Michael Kors bag that came out in 2017 and it was new with tags and it was $10, of course I'm going to pick that up because, I mean, there's still a return to be made. But for the most part, if it's a pre-owned bag or if it's a bag older than like a year old, it's just really not something I'm willing to invest in at this point. Also, I should probably mention that I have like some sort of weird allergies going on, so if I sound congested, I'm super sorry about that. For some reason, I don't know what's going on this year, if the pollen's really bad or whatever, but sorry in advance for that. Our next one is actually a combination of brands. 2 brands that I used to pick up for eBay a lot, and I'm passing on both of them right now because I just feel like, first of all, they end up in my death pile a lot because I'm not excited about them and they're not really something that I really feel like listing. But it's 2 brands that I usually sell on eBay, and that being Chico's and J. Jill. They're both like more for an older crowd, and they actually do sell decently well. Like I would say between $15 and $25 if you're trying to sell things between $15 and $25. If you can pick up Chico's or J. Jill in a recent season, it usually does sell. I mean, I'm actually not really having issues selling it. It's just a matter of I'm sitting on it forever because I don't want to list it, and it's really not enough of a return for me to even really be worrying about it at this point. So unfortunately, I think I'm going to be passing on Chico's and J. Jill from now on because I honestly just end up either redonating it or it sits forever and I don't want to list it. So it's really not so much about the resale value, but I'm kind of shooting for something that's worth a little bit more. And I also know myself, and I know that if I'm not excited about it, I won't personally list it. So those 2 are getting checked off of my list. Okay, our next item is actually another Michael Kors item, and that is Michael Kors heels. I do great with the flats, the loafers, and most of the sneakers. Michael Kors does pretty well in footwear for me, but for some reason the heels, I don't think he's really making like current trendy styles with his shoes. It's more of like a classic style, and for whatever reason, those and the platforms and things like that that he's making just do not sell for me. I cannot get them to move forever. I mean, I sit on them forever. I lower the price, I raise the price, and just Michael Kors heels absolutely just will not move for me, and that includes the wedges. I just have an awful time trying to move his heels for some reason. And I don't even know why I even noticed that in particular, but I just noticed that every time I list a pair of Michael Kors heels, they sit forever. Like, I mean, I have a few pairs that I just absolutely cannot get rid of, and they're about to get donated because they just won't move, unfortunately. Like I said, I do still pick up the flats and loafers, the sneakers. His booties do really well. If they have a heel, that's totally fine. But just like any sort of like platform or classic pump, for some reason, I just cannot get rid of. Okay, so our next item is actually something that I don't even know if I should include this, because I recently picked up 3 pieces in the last 2 weeks that I think will sell. But I actually have completely stopped picking up BCBG until this last 2 weeks. For some reason, I picked up a BCBG Generation like shift dress, and I picked up a pair of sequin pants and a wrap dress. So those 3 pieces seemed worth it to me. The Max Azriel pieces, you typically do better if you're going to pick up BCBG. But otherwise, the resale value on them is absolutely awful. They retail for like hundreds of dollars, the Max Azriel pieces do, and they sell for maximum maybe $30 to $40, and they sit forever. Like, people just are not buying them, especially not for me. I don't know if you guys have better luck with it, but I have picked up 3 pieces in the last couple of weeks. There's always exceptions, like I said, but other than that, I mean, I'm really just not picking it up anymore. Those were just like one-off pieces that I think will do well. But other than that, I'm just really not picking BCBG up anymore. There's a few pieces I've had for a really long time, and they just are not moving for me. Okay, the next item is actually kind of tying into what I was talking about earlier with the printed denim, but I'm actually not selling any denim of any kind that is older than 2015. Now, keep in mind, if you're someone who sells vintage, that is a totally different story. I'm not really big into vintage just because it doesn't really match my closet. But like, if you're picking up cut-off Levi's or things like that, like, that is a completely different story. So please don't think that's what I'm talking about here. But any style of denim that is older than 2015, I am just simply not picking up anymore. It's not trendy. People just really aren't buying like old jean styles, if that makes sense. I typically only pick up like skinny jeans, a boyfriend fit, or I will pick up, like, if it's a more current flared leg. So not like old school flared leg, but if it is a current style flared leg denim that is by like, I really only buy 5 or 6 different denim brands anyways, but I would pick up like Frame Denim, Page sometimes, I'm trying to think off the top of my head, J Brand, Mother, and then like maybe a select few others. If you guys would like to see like a type of brand list for my denim choices, let me know. Or if there's like, you want me to do different brand lists of things I would look for in a thrift store, please leave a comment below and I'll try to do a video about that later. But like I said, if it's an older style, and really, realistically, I'm not picking up denim if it's not new with tags. Sometimes there's exceptions, of course, if I find like a pre-owned pair of like Ammo or Frame or Mother denim in the thrift store, of course I'll pick those up. But really, I'm mostly sticking to new with tags anyways, just because I simply don't have very much luck with denim in general. So I know a lot of people disagree with this, and if you're a denim seller, no hate on you if that's something that you do. I just, for some reason, can't move it in my store. Okay, number 9 is actually all athletic basics. So this also includes Lululemon, which you guys are gonna think I'm crazy for that. But all athletic basics do terrible for me. There's exceptions, like if it's like a really cool printed Adidas t-shirt, I've had a little bit of luck with those. Or the Lululemon that's in like the rarer prints or things like that. But any sort of basic, like I'm talking plain colors, just very run-of-the-mill Nike, or Lululemon that's just like basic black, you know, a very basic tank top with just like a racerback, there's nothing to it. I'm just not picking up any of the athletic basics anymore. Even though they might sell, the resale value on them is really between $10 and $15, and that's not what I'm trying to accomplish right now. So I'm really not picking up any athletic basics of any kind. And if you guys look at my store, you'll notice that I don't sell a lot of athletic wear anyways, but if I do, I want it to be a little bit more substantial of a piece. So I'll sell Lululemon if it's a little more special, or if it's something that's really like thick or high quality, or it's like more of a jacket style. That I will pick up, but any sort of basic Nike is an absolute no for me. Nike does not move well for me at all, and really I only sell athletic basics if it's bundled anyways. But yeah, I'm just not picking those things up anymore, again, only because of the price point and also just the resale value and the fact that the market is really oversaturated. Alright guys, so now on to number 10. This is my last and final one. This one's a little bit confusing because there has been a change in this brand that completely changes the way that I see it. So Coach is something that I pretty much never pick up anyways, and I haven't for years just because I don't personally like Coach, and I'm getting to my point here, but I don't personally like Coach, and up until recently, I just haven't liked the C bags. I haven't really liked their monogram. I just haven't been liking their items in a really long time, and I tend to not sell things that I don't personally like. However, recently they got a new creative director, and he has completely changed the game. So let's talk basically Coach 2015 and on. I'm obsessed with. New Coach is everything to me. It's so great. I mean, the Evers is doing an extremely good job with all of their new products. And basically their marketing has been really good as well, but just the products are a lot better. Their price points have actually gone up. Like the shoes have gone from like $100 to $450 last time I checked. And the new stuff, keep in mind, is worth a lot, and it's also great styles. So keep in mind, like 2015 Coach and on, I'm totally still picking that stuff up. However, anything that's older Coach, like made before 2015 and before they made the creative switch, that stuff I just do never pick up. I see Coach bags, I would say, on a daily basis, and sometimes they get donated in bulk. So like right now in one of our Goodwills, we have probably 50 Coach bags. I'm not even joking. It's kind of insane. So they're really abundant in thrift stores, but I personally don't think they have hardly any resale value, and they're not really something that I would personally pick up. If you guys want to see more in detail of something I would pick up, or you guys want me to do another brand lesson like I did on the Banana Republic dress before on my channel, let me know in the comments below. I really want to hear your feedback on this. If you guys are having really good luck with like any of the things on this list and you feel like I'm totally wrong, let me know. I, of course, want to share information here. My channel is hopefully a resource for you guys to talk to each other and learn. And if you have a different experience than me, that's totally cool. If you're making great money on Michael Kors bags all day long and that's your favorite thing to sell, I'm not hating on you. That's totally great, and I'm happy that you're able to sell it. But these are just simply things that I can't personally move. So if you guys have any questions or comments, please leave one below. And if you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. And I'll be making lots of future videos kind of like this. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.